State your name, cuz.
Ozed Prime, innit? Ozed Prime, part-time streamer, full-time hustler. If anyone now leave the palaver, cream on top, no pina colada. Haha, you ain't there. Kicks from Dave, you ain't there. You ain't there when I slept on the floor in the camp in Munich. Walking the streets with my African brothers and people, giving the German stare. You ain't there when I say you ain't there. Me and my brothers back in Augsburg had no place to sleep. You ain't there. Me and my sister up at 2 a.m. sleep on jump trains just to get to school. From Augsburg to Bonn, 8 hours drive. You ain't there. You tell me to quit school and focus on content, but how can I quit it? I've come this far. 3 years, taking me 4 years, but how can I quit it? I've come this far. You ain't there when I made 10 bags, went para like Dave. Built everything from scratch, just me, my phone, my charger, my brothers and my babe. You ain't there when I had no fans. I made friends online who shared my clips. 3 a.m. delivering newspapers, and I still had to go to school and work. Working night shift at the Haribo factory. 3-figure kids, I had 3 hours sleep. 3 hours more than the time that I need. You ain't there. Did no bank frauds or sister scams. Real hustlers, we stuck to the plan. Up all night to edit those videos, we get low views, but we didn't care. Cause F the numbers, with time we talk. Cause time the stage, I will love the game. I'm slow motion, better than no motion. When I say you ain't there, you ain't there. Walking 95 but you still posting. Not like they 2 bed, 1 stone. I killed 3 beds, I killed 3 beds. You ain't there when I go left to right. None of the but text when I get in my head. You ain't there when I go add in the DMs, begging for a collab. You ain't there. Scammed about 3 months of worries, I didn't get paid. They told me to be patient. International students walking hand to mouth, but I still gotta be patient. Ghosted and fights for bankruptcy, but still I didn't get paid. But fuck your money, I don't need your money when I needed you.
You ain't there.